Cody, just back to Orfa's card from last night. How much of a reminder is it that yes, this game is played in milliseconds and millimeters?
A very, very big reminder. Sort of last year or two, refs and the people upstairs have been looking at those moments quite hard, and Orfa obviously did his best at the time to get in the best shape possible he could have, and unfortunately, with the rules now, any contact that he made to the head is a red card offence, and we still love Orfa. Like, he gives everything when he's out on the field, and to us at normal speed it looked like a great tackle, but when you slow things down, it shows the I suppose the detail within it, and unfortunately, it's a red card offence, and we just have to be better. That's the reality of it.
But quite often it's a very fine line, isn't it?
Yeah,
The speed of the game.
Yeah, like you said, it's millimetres. Tommy Banks stepped, and sort of as he stepped, his body height had changed, and as Orfa was coming into the tackle, he didn't make an adjustment there. So you're right, millimetres, milliseconds, and it's either a great tackle that goes on, crowd goes wild, or goes on the news and it's a red card. So
after Orfa's red card, it looked like there was quite a lot of off-the-ball niggle that is maybe uncharacteristic for All Black sides. Were you surprised by that?
A bloody tough test match, and no love lost between Aussie and New Zealand. It probably took 2 or 3 minutes to get in control again of the game, with a little bit of that niggle, I suppose. But I thought, apart from that, I thought we managed that time really well, considering, usually in the past with red cards that we've had in other tests, we can get quite passive, but I thought that the boys' intent was still there to be physical and still, go forward and sort of win that contact game. And I was quite, well, personally, I thought I was quite happy with the way we bounced back after a few minutes of getting our heads back in the game.
Fozzie used the words pushed and provoked. Did it feel like you guys were being pushed and provoked by the Wallabies?
On a personal level, no. I just think it's just normal niggle that you get against Aussie. And they were obviously up for it. They turned up and they wanted to bring that niggle, and like we sort of wanted to, or not didn't want to do it, but we sort of answered back and weren't going to take a step back. But again, they probably got us on top and got the results. So yeah, we can probably be better in that area too, a bit smarter.
Does it sum up the Aussie psyche, Cody, that one week they're beaten by a record margin, and the next week they're bouncing back and full of Aussie bravado and giving it to you guys to a certain degree?
Yeah, it's Australians, mate. It's what we talk about through the week. They could be down by 20, 30 points, but their confidence levels never change and they always back themselves. That's what makes them a dangerous side, and we knew that was going to be the case coming to Suncorp, and we felt like we were in a good space, but at the end of the day, they turned up, and yeah, it's hard to say, but I suppose they were hungrier and got the job done.
Cody, just on a couple of the new boys, obviously, Akini Ioane had his nut cut short relatively early, and Will Jordan lasted about a minute. For the senior players in the group, what do you say to the guys like that when their test debut probably didn't go as they would have liked it?
Oh, it's a tough one. I think, especially for Ux, taking off for something that he can't control. But he said after the game he was all good, and that's what you want from players that get in those positions. It's for the benefit of the team, and that's what had to happen. Unfortunately, it was him, and same with Gilly. It's unfortunate that he got a wee head knock, but I don't think you can let it, stop you from still wanting to get back out there and put in a really good performance that you're proud of. But yeah, I think a lot of the stuff that happened was out of their control, so they should still be confident that when they get an opportunity, they can go out there and perform.
Codie, just going back to the cards, Ian spoke about the fact that you've got good plans in place for cards, particularly red cards, but he felt Aussie managed that better last night in terms of implementation on the field. From your perspective on the field, why do you think that might have been?
I think it comes back to discipline. I thought we managed, what we had dealt to us pretty well as well. But it was when it was both 14 men on the field, the team that was the most disciplined was going to get the momentum, and you saw that, especially when we were defending our own half. We gave away silly penalties. A lot of us were guilty of it, and when you do that, you're just feeding the beast of Australia and their confidence, and that's hard to stop. So. And the ball we did have, we didn't nail or capitalise on our opportunities. So, yeah, I think it just comes back to discipline, if you nail that area, especially when the ref's taken 2 people off the field, it goes a long way.
And you also mentioned hunger there before. Ian mentioned that last night, and Sam also mentioned words like urgency, intensity. I guess they were themes after that first test in Wellington. How did you approach it then, and I guess how do you approach trying to remedy that going forward and improve those aspects next weekend?
I think we talk a lot about playing smart footy in this team. The intent and what the black jersey demands. There's always hunger there to perform, and there was definitely that last night. I just think we got to be a lot smarter, and that's what we're learning as a team. We're still getting tight as a group, and it's a different environment. We're young players in there now, but the great thing is that we're getting better. Apart from last night with the result, I still feel like we're growing as a team and learning from each other.
The Pumas, Codie, must be a bit of a difficult beast to prepare for. I know you've played them a lot, but I don't think the Crusaders played the Jaguares this year in Super before it was cut short. So how do you go about planning for an opposition that there might be a bit of more of an unknown around them than usual?
Yeah, sitting in front of you right now, I've got no idea in terms of the way that they'll play. I know that they've had a couple of games against Aussie A, and they've been pretty good wins for them. So I think come tomorrow we'll be previewing all their stuff, and with RG, they're also built on confidence and momentum and that flair of the game of throwing the ball around. So I think we can still expect that sort of stuff. And with Ledesma, their coach, he's big on set piece. So I think they'll be trying to nail that area. It's one area, I suppose, in the last year or two, it hasn't been as enforced for an Argentinian side like it has in the past. But I'd say they'll be raring to go, especially when they want to play us.